All right, so we're back here with this little feller. He has not used it yet, but I got some parts in the mail. And so that's what we're gonna do right now and see how much success we have. And we'll start right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man. This is a Massey Ferguson 50 that this feller's dad bought brand new. And one of the things that has not been right since it was painted, probably back in 2011 or maybe even before that, I don't know if it says on the front, restored in 2014, this steering wheel just ain't right. It's floppy on here. And he said that's not the kind that it had on it. So I tracked down the other day after that other video. I got on the old interweb and I found what I think is the right one. And it said in the mail that my emblem was delivered too, but it has not been. So I'm hoping it shows up tomorrow. But there's supposed to be an emblem that says power steering. And so anyway, we're gonna see if we can somehow figure this deal out and hope that it's right. And of course, how much do you want to bet that this is the size? Well, oh, I lucked out. I noticed that I'm missing one of my sockets there. Actually two, but the other one's in the car. So let's try this. And we will hope that we got all the right stuff. I'm gonna have to put you down, but I don't know where I'm gonna do that because I ain't sticking the magnet to the paint. So I guess I'll set you on the seat and we'll hope for the best. I think you can kind of see there. All right, now that was a two-edged sword because it had a key in it, and it don't no more. There it is. A moon key. I really wish that they had put the right steering wheel on because it kind of wallered that shaft out a little bit. Let's have a look-see here. That seems a lot more better, in a way. I like the fit of this much better. However, I need to wait on that emblem. And then you probably don't use this chrome nut? Question mark? I don't know. Let's not do something stupid. You know, every day we do something stupid. How about for once we don't do something stupid? That took all the slop out of the wheel, where now we only have slop in the steering box, which is what we were going to fix anyway. We just haven't got to it yet. However, we'll have to table making it perfect. Yeah, I wish I had that plate, because I feel like that plate goes on instead of this washer. But it did not come in the mail today. It'd be nice if this washer would go in the center of that plate, and the plate was, I don't know. I ain't no Massey Ferguson expert. All right, I think I got it where a guy can live with it. Let's get this gas turned back on. That's way too much. See that we didn't lose anything. Let's see, that would be on. Oh. Oh yeah. Power steering. Kind of whiny. Well, I'm happy with it, I think. He might be, he might not be, I don't know. Why are we so... I can steer it without hitting my hand on the throttle, so that's mainly what I was worried about. That's right. Yeah. I'll go ahead and say that's good. It fits. I like how it fits on there. It fits so much more tightly to the steering shaft. That other one just did not. And if we go look at it, I never really paid attention, but I'm thinking that this one is straight cut and the one on the tractor is a taper cut shaft, so it's really hard to tell looking at it, but that certainly would have explained its looseness when it was on there. So I'm going to call that a win. I mean, we'll get that emblem and put that on sometime, but you know, I think that's more close to what it's actually supposed to have. And like I said, that's a lot better because it doesn't flop on this shaft anymore. This thing had a lot of play in the steering, but I think that was a lot of it there. It's still got a little bit, but he wants me to work on that, and I've worked on these before. They can be kind of a pain, but we can get into that steering box a little bit and perhaps tighten it up slightly. However, there is a give and take on that, because more than likely what's happened is most of the time you're pointed straight ahead, so the center sections of your gears wear more than the rest. And so you tighten it up a little to try to take out the slop there. But then when you get to the outside ends, it gets too tight. So we're going to have to figure out on that and do that. Yes, in the last video, it is obvious every time I read the comments that people leave a comment and they don't watch the whole video. They just watch a section of it. And then they leave a comment and then they don't understand that I already said that. But this is a two-stage clutch. I said that when we were using it. And in the videos where I was actually turning the power takeoff on, I was standing like this with my hand on the clutch. And the camera was wherever it was, and I was shifting it this way. And if I wasn't doing that, I had my foot up on it like this and was leaned over doing it. So, yes, I know you have to have the clutch down to shift the power takeoff. I get that, because it is a two-stage clutch. The first stage, you can feel, is about to right there. And that is where, like on my uncle's, we adjusted this right here that did the throw out of the main engine clutch. And then you go all the way down. It does the second stage. But I need to read up on that. Somebody said I could adjust it there, actually, and do the same thing I did on my uncle's and take out some of the free play maybe in it and get it where it'll go just a shade farther, and that might fix it. But I think that the biggest thing on this is it just needs used. It has sat and done nothing, I mean, other than drive to the fair once a year. So, and I don't know that it really had any work done to it before he had it painted. I think he just took it straight from here off the farm and went and had it painted, because I have replaced stuff since then. Coil, ignition wires, points, all this tune-up stuff and things you would do, you know, just to make her go. Headlights I think I've worked on before. Can't remember, but different things over the years is what I'm saying, because it's just been kind of a sitting in the shed. And maybe, I think they did take it out and they tedded some hay maybe with it sometimes or whatever, but basically, no, it hasn't done nothing. It just sat here. So this will be good for it. That's what I'm saying. And we will see it again, because like I said, we're going to tear into that steering and see what we can do. I've got books on this. I just need to dig them out on how to do all that and figure it out. I know I've been up in the nose on them before, not this particular one, but other ones. And there's apparatus in there that makes it turn, so. But the other one I worked on, a lot of the trouble was in there. And it actually was a 135 maybe. It was made basically the same way, but it had a lot of shimmy in it and stuff. I worked on a tricycle one of these too once, a 50 with a tricycle. That's kind of an odd looking bird. My great grandpa had a 65 diesel tricycle. He actually died on that tractor. I don't know what happened to it after that, but I think that was, they all said basically his favorite go-to tractor. He used it all the time. And I don't know. I know when I drove that 50 around tricycle, it looked kind of goofy. It's just so slender, and I don't know. It was something different. I mean, this little size tractor as a tricycle. But anyway, long stories and rambling again. Yeah, I've always been kind of on the fence. Do I want to find another 65 diesel because he had one, or do I not want to because he died on one, and that's not a happy memory? But I don't remember that. That was all before my time. But he did have one, and that was, like I said, he really liked it from what I heard. So I don't know, but I think this color scheme is pretty sharp, to be honest with you. I've always liked the body style of like the later, like the 1130s and things like that, with that other body style, square body style, like the lawn and garden tractors were the same way. I think that's a sharp outfit when it's painted up. So this is a neat color combination, the metallic-y silver or whatever with the dark red. So yeah, Massey Ferguson. If I had unlimited money, I'd probably have 1,000 tractors of all different colors just to play with, you know, and say that I had them, but I don't know. I almost bought an 1080 at an auction one time. I knew where it came from. I'd actually worked on it once before, and the guy died, and his son had it, and he was going to move away. He took it up to an auction, and I saw it sitting there. And it was straight as an arrow tractor. It needed painted, but it just, I can't describe. It was that body style like I was just talking about that I liked. And it was kind of an unusual number. You don't always see a 1080. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. You just don't see those very much. And I knew it was in good shape mechanically. And like I said, a paint job would have done it good. It actually did get painted, but it got bought by a guy who was like a kind of an equipment jockey, and he gave it a cheapo coat of paint and sent it down the road. So, you know, where they just find like gray paint and not the metallic paint, and that's not as good. I really wish I'd have bought it. I think it only brought like $1,100 or something, and I was standing there, and I just almost bought it, but. You know, you can't have them all, so I'm sure it's probably living out its days somewhere else doing hay or something. It might be grown up in the weeds by now, who knows. But anyway, more rambling about tractors that aren't green, but like I said, there was a lot of Masseys around, a lot of this size, 65s. There was a ton of around, so yeah. there it is. But we got a little more progress on it. We'll see what he says when he drives it. He might say, I don't like that steering wheel. But I'm pretty sure that's what it was supposed to have. Because, yeah, I mean, as long as it doesn't interfere with anything else, I think he'll be happy with it. So that's what we'll do, and we'll probably call this a video here. It wasn't much. It was more of me rambling than anything else, but they can't all be that exciting, you know. I have to just come up with stuff based on whatever I'm doing that day, so that's what we are. So anyway, as always, leave a comment, hit the thumbs up if you like the video. You can leave a comment and say whatever you want. You know, it doesn't hurt my feelings either way. And like I've said before, as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.